Perfect. All right, welcome everyone. If you will take a minute to put your name and where you're at and your email address in the chat, that will just help us as we share ideas. And I hope that today's meeting will give us a chance to share ideas. If you have questions, please feel free to ask those questions as we go. This is not a formal meeting by any means. This is just a chance for us to get together, to share what's happening with our work-based learning section of ACTE, and to ask questions of each other or share ideas of each other. So thank you to all those that are putting that information in the chat and for joining us today. So with that thought, let's just move right into it. Just a review of our last meeting. So we met in September, the beginning of September. I don't know about you, but these last 2 months have been a little bit crazy and filled with all kinds of great things that are going on. And it seems like it's been 6 months since we met last, but last time in September, we spent a lot of time just talking about what our strategic plan is. What do we want to do as a section? A lot of that was built around how can we provide the most value for our work-based learning section members. A big heavy lift that we've continued to do, a carryover from last year, is we've continue to offer professional development opportunities on a monthly basis. And if you haven't joined, I hope you'll go back and watch the recordings because there is some great information that has been shared. But I'm going to let Dana, our professional development chair of the work-based learning section, share a little bit about what we've done and what's coming up, just to give you an idea of where we're going and what we're trying to value.
Thanks, Jan. Great slide. As Jan mentioned, we have been hosting monthly webinars through the professional development section. Can I call this section? Under the work-based learning section of ACTE. In August, we held a webinar about collaborating with local businesses and also within just your professional network. In September, we looked at promoting your work-based learning program, and we saw this from a state level, from a regional level, from a local level, and from the ACT level. And then in October, the one we just had recently was on increasing access for typically underrepresented students. It was an excellent webinar. We had 3 panelists who all had different programs and different ways of looking at increasing access. As Jen mentioned, I definitely recommend going back and reviewing some of those videos. And then our next one, which will be the last one for 2021, is in November 18th at 3 p.m. And it's on strengthening your partnerships. And with this one of our committee members from the Professional Development Committee is from South Dakota, and she has a really great partnership with the local healthcare center and the Chamber of Commerce, and they just have built this kind of dynamic one-stop shop for all of your work-based learning needs. So that's going to be a great one as well. If you are interested in being a part of the professional development section, please let me know. My email is in the chat. I'll drop it in there again. We don't have any more meetings for this year, but we will be preparing for January. We have a webinar January, February, March, and May of next year. And our upcoming topics that we've been considering, we're going to partner with ACTE Division Counseling and Career. Was it Counseling and Career? Is that what it was called? Yes, Counseling and Career, just making sure I had that right. And we're looking at tech and data analysis. We're looking at national policy for CTE. Great opportunities to get involved, to present, to be a part of a committee. And then also we're preparing for the work-based learning conference in April, and we'll be looking at keynote speakers there as well. So if you know anyone that you'd like to hear speak, certainly send them my way as well, and I'll put my information in the chat. Thanks.
Let's just take a minute. If you know someone or that you've heard someone that you think would be a great keynote for our conference, or someone that could provide value in one of our monthly webinars, will you just drop that in the chat right now? Because we'll collect that chat information, and really you are the ones that are going to help us provide the value for you, because you know what you need. I'd love to hear your ideas, your thoughts of what you want to hear. What do you need? So drop those in the chat. Maybe we'll have some time at the end just to talk a little bit about what that will look like. Now, do remember, all of these monthly webinars are recorded and shared on our work-based learning section website on ACTE. Maybe Lara or Kelly, can you drop that ACTE work-based learning section web address in the chat in the members only section? So you'll need to log in with your ACTE login, and then you'll be able to access all of that information for all of our past webinars. So I know there was a couple of these that I wasn't able to stay on the whole time or wasn't able to join, and have been able to go back and watch, and the value is still there. Like Dana mentioned, last week, the webinar on increasing access, boy, I could have listened to those 3 presenters talk for another 3 hours. They had a lot of great little nuggets of information to share. So if you missed that one, you definitely want to go back and see it. So any questions or thoughts, information as it relates to our professional development efforts to provide value for you? Feel free to unmute and just share or ask questions, or put them in the chat. We can do it either way.
I'm sorry, can I just say,
Yep.
if anybody's having a hard time logging into their profile, into their membership profile, in order to get to see those presentations that Jan mentioned, please let me know. It might be that you've forgotten your password or your logon, or I'll be happy to, I'll put my membership hat on and be happy to help you get in your profile. So just let me know. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead and move on. I want to make sure I value your time today. The next update that I wanted to share with you is from Dina, our awards chair. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. She's going to talk to you a little bit about award opportunities that are available for our section.
Well, everyone, I'm excited. We launched our first ever Seamless Work-Based Learning Professional of the Year Award last year, and we had our first winner, and we were so excited. And we're excited to announce a new partnership with ACTE. We have launched our, drum roll please, it's called the, I want to make sure it's right, the Business Education Partnership Award, and we're partnering with ACTE to recognize the amazing businesses and the community members that help our programs and our students. So, and let me back up. I'm Dana Patterson, and I am the awards committee chair. And have had a wonderful time so far with this section, and I look forward to many years with this section. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the website where you can find out more information. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the website right here. And I'll put the link in the chat in just a minute. But it's under, if you go to the ACTE website, it's under professional development. And this is actually currently part of the Impact Awards. And it is presented nationally. It is the national award, and it will be presented next year, but is currently right now open for, they're going to also talk about it at Vision. So if you guys are going to Vision, you'll be able to find out more information about it there. But here's the award, and it's created for business and education leaders who understand that economic livelihood is linked to the success of CTE programs. Businesses and CTE programs across the country have created successful partnerships, and it says that support student achievement, economic and community development, quality of life, and more. ACT is dedicated to supporting and recognizing best practices in CTE business education partnerships. And it says for more information, click here. So, and then it has its own page, which is amazing. All right, so the deadline to submit nominations for this award is going to be May 1st, and that is a little ways out, but it is, you can go ahead and get started for next year's award to be presented. So make sure you have your nominations in by May 1st. Now, something that was really neat, if you go back to that page before, there is a paper copy of the award where you can see the blank application. So that's pretty nice that they have that there for you, and you can scroll through and all the information. As you can tell, it is a little bit of information that you have to enter, but we want to make sure that we tell them how wonderful and tell everyone how wonderful they are. It is really great that this award is aligned with ACTE's high quality frameworks. And so all of those things right there just go right along that support that high quality CTE instruction. So, all right. And the next award that I want to talk to you guys about. So remember that deadline's May 1st. And then the next award deadline is the Seamless Work-Based Learning Professional of the Year Award. And this is the portal. We currently do not have a link for that on our website, on our landing page, but it should be there hopefully soon. But I will also put the link for this application in the chat. The deadline for this award is this December the 19th. So if you know of anyone that deserves this award, please go ahead and pass this application along to them. The Seamless Work-Based Learning Professional of the Year Award is going to recognize the work-based learning professional that has demonstrated overall contribution to student success through community engagement, leadership roles, student organizations, classroom innovations, and advocacy. So the key to this is they have to serve as a work-based learning professional when they are nominated, and they must be a member of the ACTE work-based learning section by that deadline, by December 19th, to be considered for this award. So if you know of anyone that would be interested, please, like I said, I'm going to give you the link in just a second. Does anybody have any questions about these two awards? Okay, well, if you do, feel free to, you can send myself an email or Jan. We'd be glad to answer any questions. We'll be glad to help anyone. So if you would like more information about that. Also, if you would like to be a member and be part of our team for the awards committee, we would love to have you support and come help us with that. We will be looking for judges in the future for these awards. So if you would like to be interested in those, now remember, if you're a judge, you can't, or if you serve as a member of the committee, we'll have to you have to be considered for that part too. If you're applying, you can't serve as a judge. So, but otherwise, we'd love for you to be a member of our committee. Just send me an email, and I'll put my email again in the chat. So if you have any questions or would like more information, just reach out.
Thank you so much. Go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dina, how many years have ACTE been giving awards for work-based learning?
Well, this was the first, the last year was as far as I know, this was the first year for work-based learning. Our work-based learning section last year was the very first year for the award. Okay,
the reason I ask it would be nice if somewhere on maybe the ACTE website that there could be a section of listing the people that received the awards in the past. I think that helps a little bit if you're going to nominate an employer or something. You can say, well, who won last year was so-and-so. Right. And you want to be in that group, and
I think that's a great idea.
So
I think it's a great idea.
Too, which is good.
Yes. So
Okay.
that would be a great idea if we put that on maybe we could put that on our landing page, and we could have just a whole tab about the Seamless Work-Based Learning Professional of the Year Award and who won. And then also we'll put a tab for the business award as well. So that way we can show the support. That's a great idea.
Okay, good.
Yes. So does anybody else have any questions? Oh, Jan, I think you're muted. Yep, there you go.
The other thing that I think is important, like sometimes when we get in here to nominate someone, I think maybe the application is overwhelming. You can log in and start it, and you don't have to finish it all in one sitting. You can save it and come back to it later.
Yes.
So if you want to log in and look at all the information that you need, and then gather all that information and then come back and put it all together, that's great. But I know, like, how many applications, Dina, last year? Like 12? Does that
Yes,
sound
that was
right?
12 or 13. I can't remember, but we had that were finalized.
Yeah.
We had a lot of applications that were started, like like 40 or 50 that were started. So, I mean, we had a lot of interest. They just weren't finalized.
So you can start now. That gives you 6 weeks, a month and a half to get your application started and finished. I'm doing a big push here in the state of Utah to try to get some more applications. So if we all do that, boy, it's going to make that judging committee make it a hard job for the judges. And that's what we want.
Yes.
There's so many amazing people doing amazing things, and let's recognize them for what they're doing.
Yes, last year was I have to say that this is a very huge honor, because to win this award, because the applications were very impressive. So yes, it's a very big honor. So I'm proud to say I'm a member of this section for sure, soon to be division. Yes. So
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Any other questions or thoughts, ideas as it relates to our awards program?
This is Tracy in Vancouver, Washington. Is the
Hi,
award?
Tracy.
Hi, do I need to create an account for the awards portal, or is it the same as my ACTE login?
Kelly, I believe she will have to create a different account. I believe that's, yes, you will have to create a different account, and you will need your member number when you create that.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
Any other questions?
I want to just say thank you, Dina, for so much good work with this. This again was an example of how it's supposed to be done. A very thoughtful, put together the application, put together the award, make it a quality award. Knowing all the things that are going on at ACTE, sometimes, things are just kind of thrown together by, people that want an award. And this is not how this section operates, and I'm so proud of the committee that put this together and it's keeping running, because you're absolutely right. This is a quality award and well deserved, and an honor to be a part of. So thank you, Dina.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Our team did great. Our team did awesome.
Yeah, kudos to them. It's been a lot of work for that group, and they have stepped up to the challenge and excelled. So that's awesome. Okay, next, we are going to turn it over to Jim Mitchlig. He is our Region 3 representative on our ACTE Work-Based Learning Policy Committee, but he's going to share a little bit about how we can really engage with the Work-Based Learning section on social media. So Jim, take it away.
Hi, Jan, thank you for introducing me here. So I just put in the chat a link to our LinkedIn page for ACTE's Work-Based Learning and Youth Apprenticeship. And then also you can follow us on Twitter with ACTE's Work-Based Learning. The biggest thing is we have a lot of like-minded people in the room right now, and through our social media platforms, we can continue to not only share, collaborate, and see the different things and the great work that everyone's doing across the nation, But then also the one thing about LinkedIn is really nice is some of our work is driven by the relationships with business partners in industry. And LinkedIn is the #1 platform for those businesses in industry to make those connections. So we can use this platform to not only collaborate and work together, but then also start to bridge that gap and build those connections with our different partners that are out there. So I put the LinkedIn URL in the chat. Unfortunately, I couldn't grab the Twitter one and bring it in out from my other phone. So if you want those, it's ACTE's Work-Based Learning on Twitter, and then also LinkedIn. If you can't find them or get a hold of them, feel free to email me, and I can send you those links directly.
And what's the best way, like we can go to the work-based learning page, or how do we connect what we're posting with those pages, both on Twitter and on LinkedIn? I've had a few people ask me that.
Yep. So a couple different things. You can hashtag the different posts you're doing to those pages so that it links in and pops up in the feed. You can talk and communicate or start a chat on LinkedIn in the different group posts. So the biggest things will be hashtagging, correlating the things together so they come into the feed and bounce back and forth through each other's profiles and different things we're doing.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jim, for taking the lead and kind of helping us get that going. Are there any other questions from the group related to social media and telling our stories? Kelly has a question.
Well, a confession really more than a question. I confess that I started the Facebook page for work-based learning and I have failed miserably with that. So I'm going to see if I can turn it over to someone who is better at that than I am. So there's my confession. It's on tape.
Perfect. Thanks, Kelly. You're great.
I was hoping for a better confession. I thought we was going to get some good stuff.
I know. Well, we haven't
I want to keep my
recorded.
job.
Awesome. Well, I know that I've connected with several of you and so I've been able to see your stories that way, but let's connect also to our group pages so that we reach even more. I think that's awesome. Okay, I am going to shift gears. I'm going to share my screen again, hopefully, to Vision. If you don't know about Career Tech Vision, it's ACTE's big major conference and coming up in just a few weeks. Holy cow, came up on us fast. ACTE's feeling the pressure, I'm sure. I mean, they're probably just sitting back, relaxing, eating bonbons, right, Kelly? So December 1st to the 4th in New Orleans, or joining virtual. So if you're attending, put in the chat if you'll be there in person or if you'll be joining us virtually at Vision. I'm excited for the opportunity to go in person and maybe meet some of you guys in real life. But one of the things that I think is important to remember, we're working hard to become a division ourselves in work-based learning, but right now we're under the New and Related Services Division and they do a lot of great work. So we'll be joining for the New and Related Services Division opening session and for their networking event. And I'm going to put Susan Leon on the spot. I didn't tell her beforehand, but Susan Leon is our New and Related Services Division President-elect, and she's on the call with us today. Susan, would you want to take a minute and just tell us about what's happening at Vision for New and Related Services and, I don't know, just give us a little welcome?
Sure, yeah, hi, I'm in a classroom right now, so students go back behind me. You can see like real live esthetician classroom in action. They're doing microdermabrasion today. So, yeah, greetings from my vice president-elect, although I'm still really learning right now. I think I just met Rachel for lunch this week and we've been talking about anything. There's so much going on with Visions. It's so exciting. They're working a lot with the city of New Orleans to make sure these things can happen and the events can go off. So there's the business meetings for all the sections, the just the networking that I think we've all been missing. It's so important. So I'm so glad to be in person. I was just about to type in the chat. I don't know if you guys, I have my work-based learning session is going, but it's virtual. So I already pre-recorded it, but I'll be there in person to just network with all of you. I'm just really excited. And I think Kelly can probably double down on this. Like, I'm really excited about, I think they have more people in person than you guys expected. So that's really fortunate. So I'm just pumped up and like excited about everything and just learning from all you guys and getting to network and everything. Yeah, Kelly, what's the deep?
Yeah, we always budget conservatively because, we want to be financially responsible. So we budgeted for 1,000 face-to-face. We have about 2,500 that are coming to Vision. And so we're very excited. Plus, we've got all the virtual attendees, which I can't tell you the number off the top of my head because I'm so excited to meet the 2,500 that are coming. So, I think that'll keep me busy. But yeah, we are so excited. And we're gonna go with the flow. New Orleans is 100% mask. We'll be masked the whole time. So you have to identify us by our hair, or our eyeballs or something. But it's all good because we get to be together, and that's we're gonna be excited about that. So thank you, Susan. Looking forward to your leadership. And Susan started in this. Well, I got to know Susan through the work-based learning section, and so she is near and dear to our hearts forever, whether she's in charge of everything or not. So we got your number, Susan.
Well, same, and I'll try not to be biased, but in this room, I completely am.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We love it. Thank you, Susan, for sharing. And I'm excited to meet all those 2,500 people, especially those that are on this call that are going to be joining us to actually meet you in person. We've so long been doing virtual, we forget sometimes that there are real people behind these faces on the screen. That's awesome. Well, before I get into our work-based learning conference, I'm going to pause and stop sharing and turn the screen over to Kelly for a membership update. I don't know if you guys remember, before you share, Kelly, anyone remember where our section membership was at when we met in September? Put it in the chat what your guess is where we were in September. 726, 650.
Is this Price is Right rules or what?
The closest without going over, is that what you're saying? You bet.
Okay.
No more guesses? Okay, I will tell you in September. Do you remember, Kelly, where we were in September? In September, we were at 716. That was the number Kelly shared with us as far as members. What's the magic number, Kelly, to become a division?
Isn't that a pretty screen?
Yeah.
Should we just talk about the pretty screen here for just a minute? No? Okay. All right. What's the magic? What's the magic number we need?
Yeah, put in the chat. What's the magic number we need by June 30th to become a division?
Somebody guess it?
Somebody put something. Yeah. All right, we know 750 is the number. Where are we at today, Kelly?
Okay. Jan, is your husband signed up yet? Because my husband signed up as work-based learning. I'm just saying.
I'll get on that tonight.
Okay, so close. We just need to find one more person. Seriously, we got to be at 750 on June 30th. So, we need to be well above it to make sure, no one changes their mind that they don't like us anymore. But, it's, I already text Leanne, the executive director, and said, order a chair. I mean, we're ready. We're ready to sit at the big table with the big girls. So Susan Leon may not be in charge of us for very long if we become 750. So the breakout here is, if you can see it. You know, here's our super duper region 2, that would be Georgia. Georgia really does a good job of pulling their weight, but I think this is, yeah, these are alien, this is an alien person or something, I don't know. They don't belong to any location, so we need to identify them. So, but you know, it took a group effort to even get here, because we certainly didn't start here at all. You know, we were low 600s when we started this whole thing. So, you know, and the great thing is we aren't a temporary division. We are true blue. I mean, you guys have done a good job of building a good foundation and lots of member benefits. If we said that once, we said that a million times, and that you did exactly that. You built value to belonging to this section division. You know, we've already done all the work for the policy manual, which kind of weirdly enough that now I have to approve it. So, so there's that. So, at any rate, it's been wonderful. I also want to tell you that, you know, I can't give a name yet, but we have a sponsor that's talking to us about setting up a scholarship type of thing, setting some money aside, and then people that are already members of ACTE could apply to this scholarship for that extra minor $10 to join the work-based learning section. I mean, this sponsor wants that extra 10 just to be for work-based learning. This is how valuable everybody sees us. So we will be able to see, you know, if that comes to fruition. I doubt it. I'm not sure it's going to happen before Vision, but that doesn't matter. I mean, we are a strong section division long before Vision and long after. So just like I said, you know, we've got true blue members that are gonna stick with us. So, you know, invite your neighbors to be work-based learning. You know, if they don't know what work-based learning is, have them sign up and then they'll learn. You know, yeah, we are so close, and I'm so proud of all of you. It's just been wonderful. So ACT is saying to me, okay, what section are you going to work on next, Kelly?
That's right.
Okay. Well, I might take a day off. You know,
she's a driving force, but
Anyway.
it really has taken all of us to make this happen. Kelly, there is a question in the chat. Who can we contact to verify membership? That's you, right?
Yes. Yes.
So Kelly will put her
Who's
email.
writing me a letter?
CC.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll put my email in the chat just in case you don't know it. But yeah, I'm you know, this is deadline day for being able to vote. And so my inbox is pretty full with people checking memberships and things, but that doesn't matter. I mean, please email me and then be, you know, tiny patient. And then Betty Jo. Betty Jo's from Utah,
so we're gonna get her on.
She's our poster child for work-based learning. Yes, Betty Jo is going to be our 750th member. Wow, that's exciting. Let's see, what was I doing? Typing
That
my
is
email.
exciting. Yeah, typing your email in. Awesome. And that's just it. Like, we're on this, and I don't know how many of you are members on this call, but you can see the power that we bring together. And definitely you want to get on this train. This is we're going places. So you want to be part of this. Okay. So that's right. Awesome.
Okay, I'm done. That's all I
Okay,
got.
thanks, Kelly. Okay, the last thing then that I have is to promote our conference. Registration has not opened up yet for our conference, but call for proposals is open, and don't use that form. I realize I have the wrong graphic on there, but I'm going to put in the chat. If you go to our conference webpage, acteonline.org/WBL-conference, the button is there to submit proposals. Okay? And we are collecting those proposal submissions up through the 15th of December. So apply to share about the good work that you're doing. We need you. We want to have, just like we want a lot of award app nominees. We want a lot of proposals to look through so we can really make sure we're giving you the best value for what we're doing. So if you don't already have it on your calendar to join us in Salt Lake City, April 28th and 29th, 2022 is when our National Work-Based Learning Conference will be. So when you're putting in that presentation proposal, make sure you have that on your calendar. And then we're just finalizing all the details. So you should see more information coming up on that website, that same website. So continually go back to check that. Okay. Susan says she just put in her proposal to present. So if you have something to share, which I know all of you could share, then let's make sure we get it out there. Any questions about the conference or proposals? I'm gonna stop sharing so we can see everyone.
So it's only 2 days. Does it start kind of right off the bat Thursday morning and around lunchtime Friday? Like, what is the plan for it?
Yeah, we're finalizing timeline schedule too, but I want to say 10. Does that sound right, Kelly? 10 a.m. To 4 that first day, somewhere around there, and then a full day that second day. So, yep. We're going to have 2 full days of amazing work-based learning with plenty of networking opportunities and chances to collaborate and share best practices as well. So be prepared for that. All right, any other questions? Last chance, and put those in the chat. Share. I know I have a few other policy committee members on here. Do you guys have anything you want to shout out or share with the group of things that are going on in your region or in your area? Put you on the spot there too. No takers.
Michael Kuhn wants to join too, so now we're at 7:51. Sorry.
Sweet. No, sorry. We'll take them all.
So ACOVA is meeting. I'm going to the ACOVA conference tomorrow and Friday, and that, don't ask me what it stands for, but it's the Arizona CTE Administrators Conference. And I'm presenting on work-based learning with one of the state directors and then one of the local school districts. So it's a hot topic in Arizona and people just want to make it better. So that's kind of exciting over here in the West.
That's awesome, Susan. Thank you. I was able to present in a meeting just this morning about the conference and about our award and to some of our CTE directors in Utah. And then hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll present to the whole state group of directors. So those little things, so exactly what Susan is saying, we need you to be our best advocate. Together is what makes us strong. So if you're just talking about it with your network of people that you influence, that's what's gotten us to where we are. 749, 751, if we take those couple that are going to join that mentioned in the chat, is all of us. So that's my last kind of call is keep doing it, keep sharing the good work that we're doing, keep signing up to present at conferences, not just Vision or Work-Based Learning Conference, but in your region, in your state, in your areas, to share the good work that we're doing. Then people get excited about what we're doing. All right, anything else? Kelly, last words?
Well, let me just say there was good questions about the registration link for work-based learning. And we did a data update, which will be great. It's just we have some new learning to do, and one of those is how to, make sure the events are set up for registration exactly right. So it is on my list to finish it up and make sure that it's set up correctly. And yes, if you, especially, it's going to go out through the e-blast. If you're a member of Work-Based Learning, you'll get the e-blast with that registration link just as soon as we get it completed. So, sorry.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Cece, please email me so I can get your check your. Can't remember. You asked about a list.
Just about her membership.
Oh, about your membership. Okay. Thank you.
And that's another great thing. I was talking about it with Dina. If I've sent out several things over the last couple of weeks, the quarterly newsletter, e-blast about our webinar last week, e-blast about this meeting. If you're not getting those e-blasts, that may mean you're not signed up or part of the work-based learning section or something else. And so we want to figure that out. So if you haven't gotten those, then contact us and let's make sure we get that figured out as well.
And I want to add too, there's so much information in those e-blasts. There's tons of information. The links are there. They're great. You'll find all kinds of stuff in there. And I realized, I just all of a sudden realized I wasn't getting them, and oh my goodness, something's wrong. So we've got to figure out why, but you will miss something. So make sure you're getting those. Tons of information there. So.
Jan, do those emails come from your actual email address?
They sent through ACTE, but it does link to mine. So if you replied to it, it would come to me. And it usually has my name as the sender, yes. All right, I think we're gonna call that a wrap. Thank you for joining us. If you have any last questions, stick those in the chat and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can, but watch for additional information coming along with sessions you won't wanna miss at the upcoming vision that are related to work-based learning. So have a great night. See you, everyone.